You are welcome to accountancy class once again for grade 11. So the previous video we discussed for rectification of errors. It's a very important session. So under that we classified different types of errors. What is that? One is commission, errors of commission, errors of omission, thereafter errors of principal, finally compensating errors. Under that we discussed detailedly about what is the meaning of errors of commission. Under that, what are the classification for classification we discussed. Okay. Now the remaining one. The second one is errors of omission. So that is one of the very important one. What is the errors of omission? Under classification of errors. See, this is what our errors of omission. Second one. So what is the meaning? We know already. So this kind of errors arises whenever transaction is partially or completely omitted to be recorded in the books of accounts. So we are completely omitted to record in the books of accounts. That's why it is called errors of omission. So under that here there are two types of error. One is called errors of complete omission. Understood? It's very important one. First one is errors of complete omission. Here what is the meaning of complete omission? See, when a transaction is completely omitted from recording in the books of original entry, okay, original record. That's why very important. We completely forget to record the transaction, enter our debit and credit. Totally forget to enter the transaction. That's why it is called error of complete omission. Okay, understood. That's what very important one. So what is the example here? So before that, this error does not have with the trial balance. Yes. Because we are totally omitted to record the transaction, naturally, no question of it will appear in the trial balance, no effect in the trial balance, because we are totally avoided to record the transaction. Okay. Example. See, for example, credit sales to Sagar. What is the entry for 10,000 rupees? So we know what is the entry for the credit sales. Sagar account data to sales account. Okay. So this entry totally omitted. That's what omitted to be recorded in the books. So we have forget to write this record of this journal entry, this transaction. Sagar account data to sales account. So completely omitted. That's why it is called error of complete omission. Understood? That's what the first one under errors of omission, errors of complete omission. What is second one? This is nothing but error of partial omission. So something we recorded but partially omitted. Let's see what is the meaning of that. What is the meaning of partial omission? See, when a transaction is partially omitted from recording in the books, so this error affects the trial balance, yes, because maybe you forget to record debit part or credit part. Naturally, it will affect when preparation of the trial balance. Okay, so here it will affect the trial balance. That is very important one. But complete omission never affect the trial balance. Okay, so any example here. See, credit sales recorded in the sales book. So we recorded as a credit sales in a sales book, but not posted into the debtors account. So what is the entry here? For any customer for the dealing for the credit sales, what is the entry? Customer or debtors account debtor to sales account. So here discussion. So whatever sales credit part we recorded in sales book. That's what the time to say. The credit sales recorded in the sales book, but not posted in debtors account. So they are not recorded in particular customer's account. So partially omitted. Recorded only in sales account, not in debtors account or in customer's account. That's why it is called error of partial omission. You understood? That's why when the question of error of omission, there are two classifications. One is error of totally omission. Error of complete omission. We forget to enter totally both debit and credit. That's why it is called error of complete omission. Second one is error of partial omission. Why? Because maybe we forget to record debit part or credit part. That's why it is called error of partial omission under errors of omission. That's what our second discussion of rectification of errors under errors of omission. So what we discussed previous video, errors of commission. Now we understood detailedly for the errors of omission. Now move for the errors of principal. So yesterday we given some highlight. What is the meaning of errors of principal? So name itself principal. So naturally what will happen? See, when a transaction is recorded in the books of accounts, violating the accounting principles. That's why this name is very important. Violating the accounting principles. It is against the principles. So this error does not affect the trial balance. How? So very important here. Any errors of principal does not operate the trial balance. But the principle, it is against the principle. That it is called error of principle. What is that? So for example, here very important one, your allocation of capital and revenue. That's why the confusion will come. Whether we allocated instead of capital, they allocated revenue, or instead of revenue, they allocated capital. That is the confusion. We will say it is coming under error of principle. Okay. So here, treating capital item as revenue item. That's what the first one. So treating capital item, but we treat it as revenue item. How? So wages paid for installation of new machinery. For example, you bought some machinery. So you want to installation of the machinery. For that you prepare some platform to keep that machinery to working condition. You have to prepare some stage. Correct? That's what they say. Wages paid for installation of new machinery. But what happened? It is charged to wages account instead of machinery account. You understood? So any wages we paid for installation of the machinery should be debited to machinery account. But what happened? Wrongly debited to wages account. So naturally it is coming under against principle. That's why it is called error of principle. So here what happened? We want to consider as a capital expenditure, but they treat it as revenue expenditure. Here what is the meaning of capital expenditure? Very important. See, any expenditure we spend for longer benefit, it is called capital expenditure. But any expenditure only for the during the period to maintenance like that, it is called revenue expenditure. You understood? That's what same manner. Any receipt, any amount we sold through the any asset, it is called capital receipt. So only once only naturally we will sold our asset. That is very important. That's what it is called capital receipt. But any revenue receipt during the accounting year, during a financial year, we normally will do the business for getting receipt. That is called revenue receipt. Have understood? Very important. So what is the meaning of capital expenditure and revenue expenditure? Thereafter, capital receipt and revenue receipt. If you understood this information according to capital allocation, revenue allocation, you will clearly understood how the error occurred whenever for against of principle. That's why it is called error of principle. The second one, treating revenue item as capital item. How? So second one, what happened? You want to consider as a revenue item, but they consider capital item wrongly. How? For example, so 200 paid for the repair of an existing machinery. So now some machinery for the working condition. So you want to spend some money for repair the machinery to run our working condition. To try to make the working condition of the machinery, they spend it repair for that particular machinery. It is coming under revenue expenditure for day-to-day accounting year. So day-to-day the financial year. Okay, that's what here the 200 paid for the repair of an existing machinery. Okay, for to make working condition. But what happened? They consider as machinery account. So they wrongly debited to machinery account instead of repairs account. Okay, instead of repairs account. That's why it's very, very important. So you want to consider as a revenue expenditure, but wrongly debited to capital expenditure. That's what it is against error of principle. So how to rectify? Okay, these are the example about errors of principle. So now you understood the error of omission. There are two types. One is error of complete omission. It will not affect the trial balance. Okay, but here error of partial omission, definitely it will affect the trial balance. Okay, so partially or omitted. And coming for the third one, error of principle, here also the errors not affect the trial balance, because whatever entry part, our principle is against the principle only. So whatever debit and credit, only the confusion. Anyway, again any transaction they recorded against the principle. So naturally the errors do not affect the trial balance. Okay. Now we are going to discuss fourth one, what? Compensating errors. Now let's see the fourth one, compensating errors. Okay, now we're going to discuss fourth one, compensating errors. So what is the meaning of compensating errors? With the example, how you can be able to learn. Here. So what is the meaning of compensating errors? Okay. So we will consider it is called the error of compensating. Okay. It is called compensating errors. Fourth one. Okay. Under classification of errors. So when two or more errors are committed in such a way that the net effect of these errors on the debits and credits of account is nil. So any error, more than two error, so naturally what will happen, the net effect of debit and credit become nil. So that is naturally, when you see blindly, we never identify the error. So naturally trial balance is tallied, that's what they say. These errors do not affect the tallying of trial balance. So whenever the more than the two error, naturally there is no the effect of debit and credit. Naturally we thought that okay, there is no error. So that's what you will say it is called compensating errors. Okay. So now we want to know one of the example. See here, if the total of purchase book is posted in the ledger as 10,000. Okay. But instead of 1,000. Actually total purchase. So total of in purchase book, actually it is coming under what? 1,000. But they entered as 10,000. Similarly, at the same time, as a Versa's account, one of the supplier credited in the ledger as 10,000 instead of 1,000. Understand? Now the board say whenever our total purchases should be 1,000, but they entered as 10,000. So how much difference? 9,000. Okay. Simultaneously, whenever Versa's account is credited in the ledger as 10,000 instead of 1,000. Here also what happened? In the Versa's account credit side, instead of 1,000, they entered as 10,000. So how much difference? 9,000, they excess recorded. 9,000, excess amount of 9,000, they recorded in Versa's credit side. Okay, that's whatever the purchases debit side, 9,000 excess. Similarly, Versa's account credit side, 9,000 excess. So naturally what happened? The errors are compensated. So it will not give the affect the trial balance. So no differences won't come. Both side 9,000. There also excess 9,000 not accounted as a debit part. Here also as a Versa's account excess 9,000 credited not accounted. That's what here. So result of the error what? There is an excess of credit of 9,000 in Versa's account. Correct. Similarly, excess of debit of 9,000 in purchase account. Understood? So instead of 9,000 1,000 in purchase account, they entered 10,000. So naturally 9,000 accounted in purchase account blindly as a error. Similarly, you have to record credit of 1,000 in Versa's account. They entered as how much? Instead of 1,000, they entered 10,000. Naturally, credit of 9,000 entered in Versa's account. So naturally what will happen? Two sides, there also excess 9,000. Here also excess 9,000 not recorded. Understood? That's what is very important. You have to understand. Instead of 1,000, here excess 9,000 accounted. Instead of 1,000, they entered 10,000. So naturally 9,000 difference in Versa's account. Similarly, instead of 1,000, they entered in purchase account 10,000. So again 9,000 difference in purchase account debit part. Now understood, our debit and credited both side 9,000 excess automatically become nil. So it will never affect our main trial balance. The preparation of the carrying out trial balance, the compensating error never affected. That's why it is called error occurred both sides in a debit part and credit part. Naturally, it become nil. That's why it is called compensating errors. Now understood this discussion about compensating errors. As we now discussed the four type of classification of errors. One is error of commission, error of omission. Third one, error of principal. Fourth one, very important, compensating errors. Okay. So here we discussed some errors, it will affect the trial balance. Some errors, it will not affect the trial balance. Okay. First we are going to discuss what are the errors available under trial balance which is not affected. Then again we are going to learn how we are going to rectify. Okay. Now let's see that discussion now. Okay. So as we discussed the four classification of errors, next one very important. So why the rectification of error is necessary? Okay, so whether it is must or not. So here, the rectification of error is the procedure of rectifying the errors committed and to set right the accounting records. That is very important. See here, procedure for, we have to follow some procedure for rectifying the errors committed and to set right the accounting records for this reason. Set right the accounting records. So these errors may affect or may not affect the trial balance, but they must be detected and corrected. That is very important. They must be detected and corrected. That's what the importance of rectification of errors. That is very important. The necessity of rectification. So any errors occur. So what are the necessity here? That is very important. Must be detected and corrected. Whether it may affect or may not affect the trial balance, that is different. But once you analyze the error, you want to rectify. Why the reason? So objectives or reasons for which the errors are occurred. So that is very important. So what is the objectives or reasons for which the errors are rectified? Why you want to rectify the error? The very first important objective or reason is what? For preparation of correct accounting records. That is very important. So any transaction, we want to write correct data, that is accuracy. In accountancy, the very important term is called what? Accuracy. Understood? That is very, very important. That's what, for correct accounting records, then only our output is correct. That's why the first very important, the reason or objectives of find out the errors are rectified, very important for preparation of correct accounting records. So anything wrong earlier, you want to make it correct. That is first importance, first reason for find the errors. Second very important, for determining the correct net profit. That is very important. Want to know the correct exact net profit how? So before that, definitely we want accounting record should be correct. Whatever recorded should be in accuracy, correct manner. That's what the second important reason. For determining the correct net profit or loss, by what? Preparing the profit and loss account with the correct figure. So when you want to prepare trial balance, our records after the recording of the transaction, thereafter going for the ledger posting, finally after getting the balances, once the preparation of the statement called trial balance, once everything is correct, then only you can prepare correct net profit or loss according to the rectification of the error. Otherwise what will happen? The profit will show the wrong profit instead of because of the not recording the correct figure, correct information. So naturally that's what recording of the correct information for that, based upon that determining the correct net profit or loss, how it will come because of the correct information. Otherwise what will happen? They will produce the wrong net profit. So ultimately we will say, you can't say business is earning a good profit, correct profit or not. The conclusion will come. Okay. That's what the second important, for determining the correct net profit or loss by preparing profit and loss account with correct figure. That's what. So the account record is correct, then only you can prepare the correct figure of profit and loss. You know the exact net profit or loss. So because of wrong information, actually the company going for loss, but because of the wrong information, wrong record, what will happen? They will give profit. So naturally it's wrong. If you record the correct information, company will give net loss. So what happened? Instead of doing that, they will return the wrong information. So what will happen? End of the output, they will give the net loss, net profit. So what will happen? So the confusion will come. So ultimately that's why if you provide correct record only, you want to know the correct net profit. That is very, very important. So we are doing the business to know our profit or loss, whether I am doing the business in a proper manner, whether I am getting profit or not. That's why it's very, very important. Recording of the transaction is very, very important. Okay. The third one, very important. To find out true financial position. Here, what is the financial position? How do you know? From the balance sheet only, correct? So that's what here, this word is very important. To find out the true financial position of the firm by preparing the balance sheet with correct data. Understood? So, you know the structure. So once your journal properly entered, correspondingly correct debit and credit, then only the ledger is, you can correctly after posting, the correct posting, so you know balancing, isn't it? So as a balancing, once a balancing, you want to prepare the trial balance, okay, according to the format, as a trial balance, how you know that. So once up to this level, You want to identify, you want to direct any error, certify and make it corrected. Otherwise, what will happen? From this trial balance is correct up to the checking of our verification of any error occurred or not. Once error occurred, you want to direct. Then only from the trial balance, you are going to prepare what? One is trading account, that's what the financial statement. Trading account, thereafter profit and loss account, finally balance sheet. That's what the financial position. Okay, that's what they said very clearly. The first objective, the preparation of correct accounting records. That's what you should be very careful to record journal. Okay, if you correctly recorded here, a ledger you can post very well. So even posting also will make the mistakes. So after balancing, here total costing will come, that error will come. So you want to total properly. So once you totally properly, here you want to put it correct debit and credit balance, make it as our trial balance is tally. Okay, that's what second important. Once the trial balance is ready, our profit and loss prepare to know our net profit or loss. Okay, that is very important for the correct figure. That's what they are trying to say. The second important objective for detecting errors. Reason is what? Determining the correct net profit by preparation of profit and loss account. For what? Correct figure. To know our net profit or loss. That is very, very important. The third important one, balance sheet, nothing but to know our financial position, true financial position. So no question of false information. Should be true. That's why this word is very, very important. So an auditor will certify. It is certified true and view of the financial position. That's why they mentioned that word true. Here the true is very, very important word here. So to find out true financial position of the firm by preparing the balance sheet with correct data. Okay. If everything is correct starting from here, from our business activity. Seen it. Okay. So our final output, our financial position should be correct. If it is wrong here, ultimately it will affect our position also wrong. Our net profit also wrong. So everything is wrong. That's why you want to identify reduction of error to avoid fraud also. That is one of the important factors. Okay. So to find out error, we are going to rectify the reason behind to prepare correct data. Then we want to know the correct net profit or loss. Then prove financial position of the company. That's what very, very important for procedure to follow rectifying the errors. Okay. Then we are going to discuss next one for how which is affected trial balance, which is not affected. Now let's see the further discussion. Okay. See, in rectification of errors, in way of rectification, these errors may be classified into two categories. The category number one, errors which do not affect the agreement of the trial balance. Category number one. Second category, errors which affect the agreement of trial balance. Okay. First we are going to discuss what are the errors coming under errors which do not affect the agreement of trial balance. That is very, very important. Okay. So these errors are the two-side errors. Why it is called two-side errors? Both debit and credit side. That's what we will say, two-side errors. So errors which will affect the agreement of trial balance coming under one-side error. First we are going to discuss the two-side error. That is coming under errors which do not affect the agreement of the trial balance. Okay, that's what we will say. These errors are the two-side errors, not disclosed by the trial balance. So when you see the trial balance, it will be very difficult to identify the error, even though trial balance tally, but very difficult to disclose the error. That's why they are trying to say it's very difficult to disclose. So that's what this word, not disclosed by the trial balance. Why? Because two-side error, both debit and credit side, both side error will come. That's why naturally the trial balance tallies, even though error occurs. Understood? That's why very, very important for here. This heading. Errors which do not affect the agreement of the trial balance. Why it is called error become two-side error. Okay. So trial balance tallies, that's what they say, even if these errors are made. Okay. So even though the errors are made, trial balance tallies. That's what we are trying to say. Because two-side error. So these errors are made in two or more accounts and can be rectified by how? Recording a journal entry. How we are going to rectify these type of errors? want to record a journal entry. That it is called rectification entry by giving the correct debit and credit to the concerned accounts. So here, especially, want to make it, these errors are made. So these errors are made in 2 or more accounts and can be rectified by recording a journal entry. How? By way of giving correct debit and correct rectify. That it is called rectification entry. You will go now for with the example you can clearly understand how to rectify. Okay, that's what here. So the following errors not affect the agreement or trial balance. So what we discussed already, the classification of error code classification. Here we are going to discuss category wise which is not affect the trial balance, which is affect the trial balance. Here first one, which one not affect the trial balance. What is the first one? Error of complete omission. As you know, is coming under error of omission. Understood? The partly omission, complete omission under error of omission. The first one is error of complete omission. You totally forgot to record the entry. So naturally never appear in the journal entry. So trial balance automatically tallies because we are not record the entry. That's why the first one, error of complete omission. The second one, error of recording. This is coming under what? Error of commission. First one. So recording of the error itself. So how to record? You are recording the wrong way. Instead of debit, you put in a credit. Or in a credit, put in a debit. Understood? That's what? Error of recording. Okay. Third one, error of principal. This you know very well. So how it will come? We will consider as capital and revenue. What is the conclusion? So the allocation of capital and revenue because of the confusion, the wrongly concerned account, wrongly debited and credited. That's why error of principal. Even though the transaction made, trial balance never affect. Understood? That's what the third important one, error of principal. Fourth one, compensating error. Just now discussed. Okay. Because whatever and debit and credit side, both side error occurred, naturally become nil accounts. So it never affect the trial balance. So fourth one, there are compensating errors. So finally, error of posting to the wrong account but on correct side. This will coming under what? Error of commission under recording. Correct? Error of posting. Sorry. Coming under error of posting. We discussed that. 4 type of error under error of commission. So under that error of posting. Correct. The fourth one. So it's coming under the error of commission, error of posting. Okay. So naturally it will never affect the trial balance. You understood? So these are the 5 discussion. First one is error of complete omission. Second one error of recording. Third one error of principal. Fourth one compensating errors. Fifth one error of posting to the wrong account but on the correct side. Anyway, it never affect the trial balance. So first of all, you have to keep in your mind what are the errors not affect the trial balance. That's why this heading is very important. The errors which do not affect the agreement of trial balance. Okay. Under that, these 5 errors. Already we can discuss according to classification. Now we are going to discuss which is not affected the trial balance, which is affected the trial balance. The first category, errors which do not affect the agreement of trial balance. Under that, the 5 discussion here. One is error of complete omission, then error of recording, error of principal, then compensating error, finally error of posting to the wrong account but on the correct side. It is coming under error of commission. Under that, error of posting. Okay, now we will discuss with the examples for the example. Now you can able to understand. Okay, that's what the first discussion. It's very important the category wise errors which do not affect the agreement of trial balance. Okay, so as we now discussed the classification of errors and which errors do not affect the trial balance. Okay, now see with some example. Now you are understood very clearly now. Okay, first, so rectify the following errors. Now we will discuss one by one. See, cash received from Karim of 6,000 posted to Nadeem. Actually, cash received from whom? Karim. But what happened? They posted to Nadeem. So this is coming under what type of error? This is coming under error of commission. Okay. So first one. So this is error of commission. Okay. And the error of posting. Error of posting. Okay. So how we are going to rectify? Now let's see carefully. First we have to write what is the wrong entry. See, actually how they recorded first. What is the wrong entry they declared? Okay. What is the wrong entry? Cash received from Karim 6,000 posted to Nadeem account. So they show cash received from Nadeem account instead of Karim account. So what is the entry? Wrong entry. Cash account data how much? 6,000. Okay. Credit. To Nadeem. Nadeem account 6,000. Okay, now understood. As a journal entry, how to pass? First you have to do what is the wrong entry. So what is the wrong entry? Cash account data to Nadeem account. Coming under error of commission. So under that error of posting. Okay. Then, so what is the correct entry? You have to write like this. What is the correct entry? So what is the correct entry? So as cash account data to whom? Received from Karim. You have to write this is the correct entry to Karim account. Karim account. Okay, 6,000. So always you have to write first cash account data amount, then only coming for the credit side. To Karim account 6,000. Okay. Understood. Correct entry. Cash received from Karim. Yes, cash received from Karim. So you have to write what is correct entry. Cash account data 6,000 to Karim account 6,000 credit. So now the rectification entry. So what is the rectification entry? Okay, rectification. So the rectification entry actually cash, yes, debit cash received. So only problem here. So instead of Karim, they entered in Nadeem. Okay. So whatever you want to write Karim account, you want to mention Karim. Okay. So to Karim account. That's why it is correct. So they already credited Nadeem account, correct? So now I want to remove that. So they already wrong entry. How to rectify? So they already credited Nadeem account. I'm going to debit now. Nadeem account. Nadeem account. Data. Now understood? So what is the rectification entry? Nadeem account data to Karim account 6,000. Okay. Narration being cash received from Karim account, cash received from Karim, but wrongly credited to whom? Nadeem. Now rectify. Okay, so narration, so very important. So now understood what is the wrong entry? Cash account data 6,000 to Nadeem account 6,000. So what is the correct entry? Cash account data 6,000 to Karim account 6,000. So what is the rectification entry? So as a rectification, Karim account is correct. Anyway, Karim account, yes, credit. You're going to credit the Karim account. That's why written first to understand. So earlier, I wrongly credited Nadeem account. Now, to rectify, I make it Nadeem account debit now. Nadeem account data 6,000 to Karim account 6,000. Then only you can't to rectify our earlier wrong credited, now rectify Nadeem account. So understood. Again rectification entry. Nadeem account data 6,000 to Karim account 6,000. Narration being cash received from Karim account Karim account, but wrongly credited to Nadeem. Okay, wrongly credited to Nadeem. Now rectify. So narration is very important. So you want to pass 3 entry. First, what is wrong entry? Actually, what happened? What the mistake happened? Then correct entry. Then rectification entry. Then only you can clearly understood. We give the effects of rectification. Now understood the first transaction about cash received from Karim 6,000 posted to Nadeem account. The first duty you have to identify whether it's coming under error of commission or omission or error of principal or compensating error. Understood? First you want to classify which error, which type of error, which classification of error you want to identify. Thereafter further disclose. Again, whether it's a partial omission or complete omission or any total costing like that. Okay, now understood the first transaction according to this example. Okay, now second one. Cash sales to Radhika 15,000 was shown as a receipt of commission in the cash book. Actually, we done the sales, but what happened? They consider as a commission. Okay, now let's see how the entry will be. So always you want to make what is wrong entry, what is correct entry, and what is rectification entry. Okay, that's it. That is very important. Okay, now the second transaction. Cash sales to Radhika 15,000 was shown as a receipt of commission in the cash book. This also coming under what? Error of commission. Okay, second also coming under error of commission. Again, error of what? Again, the postage. Understood? So, what's the wrong entry? Cash sales to Radhika 15,000 was shown as receipt of commission in the cash book. So what's the wrong entry? So cash account data, how much? 15,000. 2 is shown as a commission, as a income. Understood? Commission received account. You will say commission received account. So understood? As a cash account, I mean the real account. So debit what comes in. That is correct. But commission received. Also nominal account. It's a nominal account as a income, correct? But what happened? Actually, it is a cash sales made to whom? Radhika. But they shown as a commission received. So what happened? That's what the wrong entry. Understood? Cash account data 15,000 to commission received account 15,000. There was a correct entry. Actually, very well. Cash sales to Radhika. So what is the entry? Cash account data 15,000 to sales account. Okay, so it is a cash sales. So you can write directly sales account. Okay, it's not a credit sales. Be very careful. So they said cash sales. So what is the entry? Cash account data. What you received as a real account. What comes in? Debit. What comes in? Then to sales account as a nominal account as a income. So what happened? It is actually not a correct entry. It is a cash we got through the form of sales, not in the form of commission. Okay, that's what we are going to rectify. So how to rectify? As you know, cash account, yes. So both side is correct. Here also wrong entry, but here also as a cash part not a issue. Only they written wrongly in what? Commission aspect. Commission wrongly done. So earlier I done it as a credit. Now I want to remove as a commission. Okay. So what is the entry? So commission received account as a debit part. How much? 15,000. So amount will become very correct. So 15,000, isn't it? So commission account. So earlier I have done it a credit. Now I am going to make debit. Credit part I have to write as it is to sales account. Rectification entry. Now understood? Second one. So earlier wrongly I credited commission received account. That's why I am going to make it debit to rectify. Commission received account 15,000 to sales account 15,000. So narration being cash sales to Radhika shown a receipt of commission now rectified. Okay, so narration very important. Commission now rectified. Understood? Repeat once again. So what's the wrong entry? Cash account debtor to commission received account. But actually what's the correct entry? Cash account debtor to sales account. So what's the rectification entry? Commission received account, because earlier I credited, to rectify I want to make it debit side. That's what commission received account debtor to sales account. Anyway I am going to credit sales only. That's why done it here sales account. Understood? Here the confusion only here. So both side cash correct. But only here credit part only the problem. That's what commission received account to sales account 15,000. Have you understood? Second error. How to make it? Again wrong entry, correct entry, rectification entry. Okay, that is the correct way of procedure. Then only you will get the rectification entry very easy. As you are learning just now, so you have to do all the three procedure. Wrong entry, correct entry, then rectification entry. Okay, then only the rectification entry you can write properly. Again, what will happen? You become confused. Go for directly rectification entry. That's what you want to follow. This first step, second step, third step. Understood? That's what the procedure to rectify. Okay. Now third one. Furniture purchased from Mr. Rao Furniture. So purchased furniture from whom? Mr. Rao Furniture for 8,000 was entered into the purchase book. Actually, we purchased furniture. So it is considered as an asset, isn't it? So what happened? But we are debited to purchase. We considered as a purchases. That's why they entered in a purchase book. Understood? So this is coming under what? Error of principal. Okay, that is very important. Okay, this is coming under error of principal. So again, I make it. Okay, so first one is over, second one is over, third one is furniture purchased from Mrs. Rao Furniture for 8,000 was entered into the purchase book. So once you see this transaction error, immediately you want to identify what type of classification. So as you know, this is coming under this error of principal. First we have to write like this for understanding. Okay, so what's the wrong entry? They entered, they considered as what? Purchase from furniture, as a Rao, they considered what? Purchase account. That's what is the wrong entry. So purchases account data. How much? 8,000 to Mrs. Rao Furniture. Okay, Mrs. Rao Furniture account. So they consider as a revenue expenditure. So it is not a revenue expenditure. It is a capital expenditure because they purchased what? Furniture. So any assets purchased. Suppose they are not doing the furniture business, but they purchased the furniture, we consider as a asset. So we want to make it specific asset. We want to mention debit part what? Only the asset. So what's the correct entry? Furniture account data 8,000 to Mrs. Rao Furniture account. Okay, so 8,000. Understood? That's what the correct entry. So we shown as a capital expenditure, but earlier wrong entry it is the revenue expenditure. So this is the capital expenditure. Okay. So here the allocation of the capital and revenue become confusion. That's why it is coming under what type of error? This is the error of principal. This one. Okay. That is very important. Now what is the rectification entry? Very simple. So as you know, credit part is correct. Okay. So only the Instead of purchases wrongly entered earlier debited, now we are going to credit. So furniture anyway going to make it debit only. Want to show, isn't it? As a furniture account. Earlier not shown, that's why I am going to show now. Furniture account, debtor 8,000. So earlier this one I considered as debit, so it's wrongly debited. Now I am going to rectify, that's why I am going to credit now to purchases account. To purchases account 8,000. Now understood? That's for the rectification entry. Narration being furniture purchased. Being furniture purchased. Furniture purchased. But shown in purchase book. Okay. Now rectify. That's a narration, very important. Now understood. Repeat once again. So wrong entry what? Purchase account debtor to Mr. Rao furniture account. That's what they happen. Entered in the purchase book. So what's the correct entry? You want to mention furniture, not purchases. That's why furniture account debtor to Mr. Rao furniture account. 8,000. So what is rectification entry? Furniture account debtor. Anyway, you are going to debit. You want to show as a furniture. Yes. So only mistake here. So earlier I done a debit purchases. I want to know that. That's why I am going to credit to purchase account 8,000. Understood? That's what the rectification entry. So this error coming under error of principal. Okay, understood. So first two one error of commission. So this one is error of principal. So that's why that is very very important. Now understood. Error of principal. How to rectify? Okay. So always wrong entry, correct entry, rectification entry. Likewise you want to do. Then finally credit sales to Rajini. How much? 5,000. But what happened? Recorded in purchase book. So it is coming under what? Error of commission. So it is a error of posting. Okay. So now it is coming under error of commission. Again I will make it. Okay, so now what is the effort we are going to discuss? Same manner. So what is the transaction they given? Credit sales to Rajini 5,000. Record in purchase book. So they consider instead of sales, they consider as a purchase. So what is the entry? So what is the wrong entry? Purchases account. Data. How much? 5,000. To Rajini account. Rajini account. 5,000. Okay. But what is the correct entry? Correct entry. Actually we done it credit sales, isn't it? So we want to debit Rajini. So Rajini account. Rajini account. Data 5,000 to sales account. 5,000. Okay. That's what the correct entry for the particular transaction. So first is purchase account data to Rajini account. So wrong entry. Correct entry, Rajini account data to sales account. So what is the rectification entry? That is very very important. So how we will see rectification entry? So now see the rectification entry. So very very important. Here the fifth one we discussed now. Account wrongly accounted, but amount is correct, isn't it? So anyway, Rajini account I am going to make it. So earlier I done it the credited Rajini account. Okay. So purchase account I want to remove. Okay. So first is this is correct. So I want to mention Rajini account. How much? Data. So why I am not entering the amount? Now let's see. So Rajini account anyway I want to enter. Here not entered. So he is correct entry. That's why I want to make a Rajini account debit. Okay. Then total 2 sales account. 2 sales account. Okay. So earlier the mistake what happened? Earlier I shown as a purchase account. I want to remove that. So that's why I am going to credit to purchases account. So now what is my sales account? I supposed to credit 5,000. What is my purchase account? I supposed to credit 5,000. So naturally my Rajini account become how much? 10,000. Understood? So that's why I remove earlier 5,000. So that's why I'm going to credit 5,000. As usual I am going to credit to sales account 5,000. Exact this one I done it. So total Rajini account become 10,000. That's why here should be very careful. Whenever this type of retribution of errors, credit sales to Rajini 5,000. Record in purchase book. Should be very careful about this type of error. So how to rectify. Understood? Wrong entry, purchase account, Rajini account. So whatever the credit sales, they consider as a credit purchases. That's why accordingly done a wrong entry. They done a entry here. So it is a wrong entry. Actually what's the correct entry? We done a credit sales to whom? Rajini. So Rajini account data to sales account. So what's the rectification entry? Rajini account data 10,000, to sales account 5,000, to purchase account 5,000. So why here purchase account 5,000? Earlier I debited, so I want to rectify, that's why I'm going to credit purchase 5,000. So anyway Rajini 5,000, but this 5,000 I want to give effect na. That's why totally I want to remove this 5,000. Right? That's why I make it 10,000. So earlier I done it Rajini account 5,000, I make it now 5,000, and net effect naturally only the 5,000. So understood here. So earlier 5,000 credited. Now I am going to debit 10,000 debited. So net effect only 5,000. Now understood. When you pass this entry, Rajini account data 10,000, to sales account 5,000, to purchase account 5,000. Narration what? Being credit sales to Rajini shown in purchase book. Now rectified. Purchase book. Now rectified. So that's what our fourth one is error of commission. That is very, very important. First I have to write this error of commission. Under error of posting. So wrongly posted. Understood. That's what this fourth example you can able to understood some extent how to prepare, how to rectify the errors. Okay. So that is very, very, very important. That's what always you try to learn, you have to write wrong entry. Then you should know correct entry. How you know correct entry? Should be strong in our formation of journal entry according to personal account, real account, nominal account. So then you can know the rectification entry. Without to, you can't do rectification entry directly. Now as a practice, as a learning purpose, first you want to cross wrong entry, then correct entry, then rectification entry. So here you want to make it what you've done. So what you rectify, that is very, very important. Okay, understood. That's very, very important about this according to this example. Okay. So likewise, you want to practice for the rectification of the errors. That is very, very interesting chapter. You make it yourself as interest to rectify errors. Okay. Usually we interest to make to point out others' error. So we are all expert at always pointing out the others' error. Okay. So naturally, likewise here, we are pointing out the errors, then how to rectify. Then will become master in accounts. When you are strong about this particular chapter, rectification of errors. So naturally, you are very strong in the accounts. Understood? That's what this chapter, rectification of error, chapter number 6 is very, very interesting. It's very, very important. Okay. For understanding how you are strong in the accountancy subject. Okay. So I hope that for this second video, rectification of errors, you understood some aspects. Accordingly, for further videos, you can understand one by one. Okay. So I hope that you understood very well. Okay. Please repeat several times, to watch several times about this rectification of errors video particularly. So then only you can able to identify the error, then you can make it pass the rectification entry with the help of wrong entry and correct entry. Okay. So thank you very much.